Oh, okay. Wow. What a beautiful moment. We are live together. Hmm. Welcome to the Tao of Women. This is our third session. And we are on the precipice. I'm going to stand up for this. We are on the precipice of a gorgeous full moon in a fire sign. And there is so much just fire out into the world, right? And the world right now is whew, an interesting and, dare I say, in some ways, a turbulent place. And that's exactly why we are here. We are here creating a sanctuary, dropping into our bodies, dropping into our hearts, coming as a community to root into wisdom. And we're doing something a little bit different than what's being played out on all the news stations. And we are intentionally coming into this space. So I just want to present whatever you may be feeling, however you may be today. Let's just take a moment to arrive here, to allow our breath to be the vehicle that brings us back into our body. Let's allow our breath to be the vehicle to draw us in to the present moment so that we may tap into our presence. And may we work with our breath as a vehicle of transformation and an ability to release and let go and to exhale and create space. And as we release and let go, we're preparing ourselves to receive this transmission, this wisdom of the Tao. So, with that, those of you who have the book, I invite you to read along with me. Or those of you who are receiving this, open your perception so the words may fall like gentle raindrops on parched, burning earth. Or may these words shine like a beautiful light in a place that's far too damp and wet to bring harmony and wisdom to us all. So, passage 3. Knowing woman. She is a knowing woman who goes about her business and lets others do the same. Everything gets done when we get out of each other's way. She has learned what is important and takes time to visit her neighbor. She celebrates famous women and honors all others by rejoicing in their connections. She is sure of her place in the world and creates room for others. Her lifetime of experiences have brought her here. Let's just breathe that in. I'm going to read it one more time and then we'll embody it. Knowing woman. She is a knowing woman who goes about her business and lets others do the same. Everything gets done when we get out of each other's way. She has learned what is important and takes time to visit her neighbor. She celebrates famous women and honors all others by rejoicing in their connections. She is sure of her place in the world and creates room for others. Her lifetime of experiences have brought her here. So, with that, let's embody the knowing woman. I invite you to find a place to practice. You're going to need this much room. And as you arrive in your practice place, there's a simple, humble bow, emptying your cup, and then allowing your feet to find their position about shoulder width or hip width apart, letting your feet land on the earth like roots, letting your knees be soft, letting your hips, your quad to open as if you're like sitting on a tall stool, letting the top of your head lift, and then settling your body so that you sink your body and your weight down through the structure of your body down into your feet. And just have your hands at your side, like your hands are open, perceptive of the earth. Your elbows are slightly open and out. Your breath is deep in your belly. This is Wu Ji. This is a stance of emptiness. So we come here first. We align, we empty, we find our place. Knowing woman knows her place in the world. And so this form, honestly, I don't know the name of this form. So I'm making up a name. And if you're watching on the replay and you do know the name of this form, because it does have a name, an official name, please put it in the chat and let us know. But I'm going to call it Knowing My Place, knowing where I am in the world, knowing my place. Okay, so let's begin this very simple form. So taking one hand, let's just let it be your right hand, and laying it over the front of your body. So my elbow is touching my forearm and my palm. And we'll take this back hand and we'll lay it over the back of my body. I'm going to turn around so you can see. Very simple. I'm laying my forearm across my kidneys. This is an energy channel called your belt channel, your Dai Mai. It's all about balance, center, equilibrium. It's the part that connects you to this physical plane. It's not your vertical axis, it's your horizontal axis. So we're going to connect with knowing our place, finding our center, and creating room for us to grow and room for others. So let's get the structure first. Very simple. But as you breathe in, you are tracing your hands, keeping your hands on your body. You are tracing your hands across your belt, and you're gently turning at your waist while that back hand starts to become the front hand, and the front hand starts to become the back hand. And your forearms are in connection with your body. And then, since we're just learning, we're not synchronized with our breath yet. But when we're ready to exhale, we keep our hands low, our palms to the earth, and we gently allow our palms to sweep across the earth until our posture feels ready, and we just let our hands land back on our body. So in Qigong, even though we're very fluid and moving, structure is everything. So when you are inhaling and you're opening, you rise up just a little bit. Keep your hands always in contact with your body as you're turning. And when you turn, only turn just enough that you can hold your structure. Don't let your knees collapse. And then when you exhale, when you open and you let your hands float out, allow yourself to like sink down just a little and open and feel how you're growing and you're connected to the earth. Okay. So you're going to inhale. And then as you inhale, you are tightening this belt. You're becoming in contact with your center, tightening your belt. And then as you exhale, you're opening, releasing, letting go, unwinding, making room for yourself to grow and for others to grow. Inhale, tight. It's like not tight like tension, but there's a bringing together and there's a little bit of a rising up, drawing it into your center, and then exhale out. Okay. Tightening, drawing in, forming your center. You know where you are because you're centered. And then even as you grow, you're grounded and you create space for others, you're grounded. Tightening the belt. And then releasing. Inhaling, knowing your place and your body and the world. And creating space. So from here, let's switch sides. So once your hands land, stay in contact. And just all you're going to do is you're going to stay in contact and you're going to sweep across your belt channel, across where you were, like you're about to release before. But since we're switching sides, you just have to do that same thing. So keep your hands now on your body. Don't release, just stick on your body and then turn this wheel the other direction. So that now when you release and open, you're now going the other direction. And so when your hands land, you're tightening and gathering and drawing into your center and releasing. One more time together, and then I'll read this passage for you. Drawing yourself, into your center as you rise to the occasion, and then release and create space as you sink and settle connected to the earth. You keep going. You keep going at your own rate and rhythm while you embody the knowing woman. Knowing woman. She is a knowing woman who goes about her business and lets others do the same. Everything gets done when we get out of each other's way. She has learned what is important and takes time to visit her neighbor. She celebrates famous women and honors all others by rejoicing in their connections. She is sure of her place in the world and creates room for others. Her lifetime of experiences have brought her here. I'm going to read this one line one more time. She is sure of her place in the world and creates room for others. Her lifetime of experiences have brought her here. Knowing woman. Feeling your center, feeling your body as you create space because you know what's important. Creating room for others as we get out of each other's way. In our center, we rise to the occasion, and in our center, we sink down. Let this be your last one. Let the form imprint into you the wisdom of being a knowing woman. And as your hands land for the final time on your body, just simply keeping your hands on your body, bring that back hand to the front and let the front hand and back hand merge at your center for a moment, nourishing your chi, nourishing your dantian, coming into a place of stillness. And now releasing your hands and returning back to Wu Ji like we started. Wu Ji is where we return again and again. This is the posture that gives us the spaciousness for all that energetic and internal work that we just did, for it to unwind and for the benefits, for us to receive the benefits of the work that we just did. So you may still feel something in that belt channel or not. You may still feel this turning of a great wheel inside you. Just allowing whatever is unfolding to continue to unfold until it seems to settle. And for me, it feels like it's starting to settle. So I'm going to close, drawing up and gathering all the higher wisdom and the insights and the experience. And I'm allowing it to integrate into my body as I breathe and receive, and I breathe and release. Let's do this another time, drawing in. This is a wonderful way to close and complete our practice, feeling integrated centered and grounded. On our final one, we bring our hands and our feet together and we really feel this closing, this sealing in of energy. And we're letting this energy come down into our center. And what we do not need releases out the backs and sides of our legs. And we draw in one more time just to be complete. Knowing woman. So we're going to bow out. And so as we bow out, we know we stay in alignment as we rise, yang, and we celebrate other people and famous people, and we celebrate, and we know what's important, right? And then the yin, we honor all of our connections, right? We honor our connections and our wisdom, and we bring it into our heart because we know our place in the world. And we bow forward and we make room for others. And as we bow, we're bowing to each other in this circle, whether you're live here or on the replay. We're bowing to you. We're bowing to the wisdom of the Tao. And we're bowing to our teacher's teacher, and the teacher within. And in right timing, you draw in, you breathe in, bring that into your body so you can take this wisdom with you throughout your day as you step back across the threshold into your life. And one thing that's coming to me right now in this is I want to give honor to the person that taught me this phrase that I say every time. We bow to our teacher's teachers, and the teacher within. And that woman, her name is Bree Fisher, and she's a ceremonial Qigong priestess. And her whole body of work, she has a beautiful body of work. And the name of her practice is Kuan Yin Kung Fu. Well, it's actually Kuan Yin Gong Fu. And she's who taught me that. And so I just want to honor, just like this book said, celebrate the famous people and honor your connections. So as we complete, I would love to hear in the chats and the comments what you received from this session, what the wisdom of the Tao brought to you. And if you know the name of the forum we just did. And in the links and in the description, there's some links. I'd love to see you in Qigong class. We're starting our next session in March. And I'd love it if you share this with your friends because we're intentionally doing something different here. And you and your friends are invited. Okay. Thank you.